What's up, guys? Welcome back to Jets franchise. If you missed the last episode, go ahead and check it out. But we're going to start with the weekly recap here. We'll get a recap of what happened last game against the Vikings. It was a nice, pretty close game. It took us to the final sort of play to get us the win over the Vikings on the road. We won 34-31. Fields threw 3 touchdowns. It was a kind of frustrating game. Defense was not very good, but we still ended up pulling off the win. We look at the Cowboys versus the Bengals. The Bengals currently have a playoff spot locked in, so this game doesn't really matter too much for the Bengals, although they still have to win the division. As we see Chase Brown break a few tackles, get laid out, but gets in the end zone to get the 20-15 victory over the Cowboys. And then we move to the Rams and Commanders as we see Rashad Roten play action, fire over the middle of the field to an open Kyrie Williams, who takes it all the way to the house. The Rams are back on the winners board. They win 31-25 over the Commanders. But we'll look at the playoff picture right now as we see the Bengals and the Eagles currently hold the first round byes. You see the Dolphins projected to face the Raiders. We're projected to face the Broncos on the road. So we could win like 13 games and go on a road game, which would suck, obviously. Then you got the Jaguars versus the Ravens. NFC side, you got Rams, Buccaneers, Falcons, Cowboys, Packers, Commanders. So those are what the playoffs look like right now. All right, so we suffered 0 injuries, which is awesome. So we're going to be going in with a fully healthy team. Same thing with the Dolphins. Starting with Ezra Thomas. I've been talking about maybe moving him to safety because I think he's too slow to play corner. Maybe he could end up playing safety. I think maybe is where we don't really have to have him in man coverage. We can just primarily have him in zone. So I want to get probably his tackling up here for a move to safety will be made. So we're going to go slot for Ezra Thomas. He'll get +1 to man, play rec, and then +3 to tackling. Then we have left tackle Olu Fashanu with an upgrade point. He's a free agent next year. We have the option to pick up his 5th year, which I probably will. I don't know. Usually, I think it's probably just better just to decline it and then re-sign him anyways, so you can get him at the cheapest before you start upgrading them and whatever in that 5th year option year. But he gets +1 to pass block, +2 to run block, +1 to pass block power. We got Desmond House here, who's leading our league in receiving yards, actually. So more than Garrett Wilson. So he's been pretty good for us this year. His medium and deep running are not very good. But if you want to upgrade a bunch of different things, you go playmaker. So we're going to go playmaker here for Desmond House, like stiff arm and stuff like that. But he gets +1 to awareness, +2 to ball carrier vision, +2 to catching, and then +1 to catch in traffic, juke move, medium route running, release, and spec catch. So if you want to upgrade a bunch of stuff on your receiver, you got to go playmaker there. So we just need his medium and deep route running to get maybe a little bit better. And then we have Ty Hamilton, who's been pretty good for us, I'd say, so far. He's gotten injured a little bit, but he's primarily a run stopper, and I think we're going to continue going nose tackle there for Ty Hamilton, as we will get +1 awareness, +2 to block shed, +1 to hit power, and +1 to tackling. And then we have our first round pick here, Glenn Woodard. He's got 86 finesse moves right now. He's looking pretty good. Let's get those finesse moves up. Let's go speed rusher here for Glenn Woodard. Maybe get him close to the 90s, as he will get +2 to awareness, +3 to block shedding, +3 to power moves, +2 to receive, +1 to finesse. Okay, it really mainly upgraded block shedding and power moves, but at least it upgraded all 3 of those, so he looks a lot better now. All right, here we are at MetLife Stadium, one of the biggest games left on the schedule, obviously, with a win today. I'm not sure what the Dolphins' record is in the divisional record is, but with a win today, that should hopefully lock in a playoff spot for us. Dolphins are sitting 11-3. We're coming to this game 10-4. I believe we have yet to beat the Dolphins in this franchise. We lost to them, I want to say, twice last year. And then we lost to them earlier in the year, and we're looking to get our revenge here today. A win today should get us in the playoffs. Hopefully our defense can play better this time, as we see Tua halftime, fires outside the rookie tight end Max Shields. Tackle Jonas Sanker. Just going to have to change the lineup. And off, and it is tackled for a loss of 2. That's Ty Hamilton. Can our defense make a opening drive stop? Tua outside. There's a wide open Washington for the first. Like a formation calls for 3 safeties. As Tua dumps it off to Max Shields. Where's our entire defense at? Alright, 1st and 10. Play action for Tua. Tyreek Hill's wide open. Tyreek Hill. Alright, brings up 3rd down and 6. Can our defense stop the Dolphins here? Hold them to a field goal. Tua's looking. Tua's got time. Launching into the end zone. Tyreek Hill on Sauce Gardner. Sauce Gardner lodges it loose. Last second. Nice play, Sauce Gardner. Man, he's been absolutely fantastic for us this season. We just need to find that corner next to him who can be consistent. As Jason Sanders' kick is up and it is good. So we hold them to a field goal. Nice stand from our defense. Here steps out Justin Fields. Look at his current season. 69% completion percentage, 21 touchdowns, nearly 3,000 yards. 2nd down and 10. Breece Hall makes the grab. 2 straight touches for Breece Hall. Gets the 1st down. There we go, over the middle. Garrett Wilson's open. Garrett Wilson gets the 1st down into Dolphin territory. All right, we need to give Breece Hall 20 touches. And that's what we're doing right here as he breaks a tackle and gets to the Dolphin 27. 2nd down and 10 here. Handoff. Braylon Allen, who steps in for Breece Hall a little bit, picks up 6. A 3rd down and 4 here. We're looking to Garrett Wilson over the middle, who makes the catch. 1st down to the 13-yard line. We have an injury. Thank God it's not our team, because feels like every time one of our players gets hurt, but it's Zach Seiler who's going to the locker room, it appears. But the Dolphins defense stands and only allows a field goal, but we go ahead and tie it there with that kick from Matthew Ross. Back on defense here. We're starting the handoff to Achane. Jesus Christ. Achane picks up 14. So that's what happened a lot last time. They just ran it with Achane and he would get 10 yards a carry. And it's now 3rd down and 2. On defense, 3rd down and 2. A quick pass to Achane. Big tackle, Andre Cisco. That could have been huge yardage, potential touchdown. But Cisco makes the big tackle, and will the Dolphins go for it? And they will. We're lining up I formation. Ollie Gordon's in the game, the backup halfback. See what the Dolphins do. It's a handoff up the middle, and we cannot get there. They're 1st and 10. Stretch left side, Achane. Nice tackle, Azariah Thomas. There we go. There we go. On team. Stretch right side. Jesus, look, the receivers just block perfectly. Almost all the time on those runs to the outside. Play action for Tua. Tua's going to have to roll left. Gets hit as he throws, but gets the ball out. Makes it 3rd down and 9. Nice pressure put on the Jalix Hunt. Come on, defense. Can we make another stand? Force another field goal. Tua's looking. Tua fires out to Achane. Jalix Hunt. Typical edge rusher makes the big tackle. They're going to go for it again. 4th and 1. Can our defense make the stop this time? 4th down and 1. Tua is just going to run for it. Jesus. And then nobody, for some reason, nobody goes after Tua after he starts to run up the middle of the field. And touchdown Dolphins. Oh my God. Why are the Dolphins so good? They suck ass in real life, but in this game they're like the greatest show on turf, apparently, and they can just willingly go down the field and score anytime they want. Looking at the QB rushing yard stat leaders, Justin Fields is still currently in the lead over Lamar and Jalen Hurts. All right, 2nd down 7 over the middle. Arian Smith makes the grab. picks up the first down. Second down and 10. Fire over the middle. Desenhouse catch the ball. Jesus Christ. Can we fucking catch the ball and when we... we have to be... It has to be an uncontested catch. Otherwise, we're just going to drop it. It's got to be wide open. Otherwise, it's just going to be a fucking drop. Now that makes it... third down and 10. And we're going to get pressure and sack. Fucking Jordan Hicks. Really? Jesus Christ. Oh, yeah. He beats our superstar dev left tackle. Oh, my God. Oh, Luciano, he's been bad. He's been bad. Second and 7, handoff up the middle. Achan somehow got a first down out of that. All right, that goes to the 2-minute warning. Dolphins up 10-3 now. Second down and 8. Tua's going to drop back underneath Max Shields. I don't get how they're picking up 16 yards in some of these plays. Second down and 4. Stretch right side to Achan. Picks up the first here. I think we're going to use our timeout here. What the fuck are we doing? First and 10, Tua. He's going to try to run and fire right at Cisco for the first down. First down 10. It's a screen. There we go. We're all over that. We're all over that. A nice play there. Jamie and Sherwood. We're going to use a second timeout. Turnover here would be awesome. No, they're just going to run a screen to Devon Achan. Bring him down. He actually gets out of bounds, so that stops the clock for us. And that keeps our timeout. Fourth down and 8. Sanders' kick is up. It is good. Okay, so the defense only allows a field goal, but so far they have scored on every single drive. Now we have 32 seconds left, a timeout. We'll see how far this return gets us here. All right. First and 10. Looks like they're playing cover 3 drop, so we'll just take the Garrett Wilson catch. We're going to go and spike it here. Now we're going to fire over the middle there to Mason Taylor. We're going to try to spike it. Second down and 10 here. We're just going to launch it for the end zone. Garrett Wilson can't come down with it. All right, we don't get any points, but we should get the ball to start the second half. We're down by 10. It's not like we're down by 20. We're still very much in this game. However, if the Dolphins score in every single drive, they're going to win. As we'll go over to the NFC South, as we see the Titans actually score and beat the Jaguars 23-21. The Jaguars, and it appears the Colts are fighting for one of the playoff spots as we move to the Bills versus the Vikings. Now the Bills, if the Bills win, they could still make the playoffs, but it appears that the Vikings will best them in the snow here. Jordan Addison, the Bills lose by 1 point. Vikings win 25-24 over the Bills. So that's a big win for the Vikings. And then we move to the Raiders and Chiefs here. Raiders sitting 7-7. Chiefs are currently outside of the playoffs, but they would probably need to win out. And it will start today with a game against the Raiders. They win 37-34. If we look at the playoff picture, we see the Bills are up there, the Colts, the Chiefs. The Jaguars just lost, so we'll see what that looks like. But we are currently in the 6th seed. But with the win today, I think we should win one of our last 3 games, and we should make the playoffs. So we don't have to win this game, but I would like to win this game with the division up for grabs. We see some of the stats. Tua's only thrown 2 incompletions. He's got 127 yards. We've only thrown it 12 times for 69 yards, but yeah, we just need to play better overall in the second half. All right, first and 10. We need to start running the ball a little bit more as we'll run it with Breece Hall up the middle. Breece Hall down the middle. Breece Hall touchdown. First play of the second half is a touchdown for Breece Hall. I believe this happened either against the Vikings or the Raiders last episode, where it was the first play of the second half for us, and we take it all the way in the end zone. Breece Hall, right up the gut, gets us on the board for our first touchdown of the game, and a quick response by our offense. See, that's why we're one of the best running teams in the league. Breece Hall can just break off big runs like that. takes to the house. He immediately gets us within 3. Ross's extra point is good. Now we just need our defense to start strong. We need some more. We need a mistake from their offense. Fake, give to HN, throw to HN, jukes out. Troy Anderson picks up 8. All right, 3rd down and 2. Our defense going to stand. Handoff, Jalen Hunt makes the play in the backfield. Was he even blocked? I don't even think. No, he was just unblocked. Maybe a little too fast for those linemen to get their hands on him. And Jalen Hunt makes a big play. 2nd down and 9. We got Mason Taylor on the corner. Mason Taylor makes the grab. Dropped one earlier today, but holds on to that one and gets us to the 48-yard line. Nice throw by Fields. Lays it in there to a second-year tight end. All right, 1st and 10. We now have Braylon Allen in the game, and my Chuck Robinson was all over that one. We're going to motion Smith on this play. This is my favorite play as we hit Desmond House over the middle. For some reason, he possession caught it, even though I wasn't even pressing the possession catch button. All right, we get it within a yard here. And guess what? We got the best back in the league, Breece Hall. Handoff. Breece Hall's gotten it. And Breece Hall gets a little bit more to get him to 97 yards on 8 rushes and a touchdown. Ocean Charlie Kolar. And we're not going to run it at his side. We're actually going to run it the opposite as Breece Hall makes the Dolphin defender miss and picks up 17. Nice rush, Breece Hall. And then we have an injury. It's to our starting center, Joe Tippmann. We gave him a 3-year, $31.5 million extension last episode. So hopefully his injuries don't start to poke up out of the ground. All right, 1st and 10, handoff. Breece Hall, we're going to lose 2 yards on that. And then we have another injury, and that's to our other lineman. Jesus Christ, Elijah Vera Tucker is injured too. We substitute Josh Myers in the game now. We're actually going to have Will Hernandez come in. We're actually going to have Will Hernandez come in for Vera Tucker. Oh, okay. I thought Mika was just going to go down and sit, so I didn't really know he was blitzing. So that makes it 3rd down and 7. So we have a backup center in there, even though Tippmann's back out. Why? I subbed him out. Swear to God, if he gets hurt on this play. Anyways. 3rd and 11. We have Arian Smith right there. Makes the catch. Touchdown, Jets. Arian Smith with a touchdown. That's our first passing touchdown of the day, and it's a big one. That will give us the first lead of the day for the 2nd year. Georgia wideout makes the catch, gets in the end zone for the touchdown. We will create the lead. Foot sprain. Will return soon. We're going to substitute Will Hernandez in for him. 2nd down and 11. Quinnen Williams gets pressure and brings down Tua. With a loss of 7, Quinnen Williams makes the play. He hasn't been as effective as a pass rusher this year as last year, but he makes the play there. And that forces a 3rd down and 18. Can they convert this? Tua just has to heave it downfield. It is incomplete, intended for Washington. Brandon Stevens, and I want to say Andre Sisco in there, makes the pass incomplete, and that's going to be 2 straight Miami punts. So our defense has been playing fantastic so far. But we look at Fields' season, that touchdown pass put him over 3,000 yards and put him at 22 touchdowns. Right, here we go, play action. Fields is going to roll left. Fields is going to scramble. Fields has space, and Fields is going to pick up the 1st down. That's his first carry of the day. Oh, I thought holding it meant keeping it with the court. Shit. We lost 2 yards on that one. 3rd down and 12 now. Fields is rolling left. Fields is just going to try to throw it down the field, then he gets hit, and it's thrown right to the fucking defender. Fuck this game, dude. I hate these throw out of sacks where it's just right to the defender. It's thrown towards Minka Fitzpatrick. I tried just throwing it deep to House to see if we can get something, but of course it's thrown right towards the nearest defender. Now the Dolphins, I guarantee you the Dolphins score here in like 5 plays. Play action, Tua. Nope, just find a wide open zone. They're at the 27. See, I told you they're gonna score. They're gonna score no matter what in this next drive. They're fucking dumb. It only happens to this. It only happens to the user. It doesn't happen to the CPU. God forbid the CPU, I don't know, makes a mistake and throws a pick once in a while. All right, that's gonna take us to the 4th quarter. Dolphins down by 4. They have the ball. That is just a stupid fucking pick. It's not. I don't even think it's my fault that much. What am I supposed to do? Just to take the sack? I'm trying to, because House has won in one-on-one coverage a few times, and I'm hoping we can do it there. 1st and 10. Hands off of the middle. Brees Hall picks up 9. That should probably put him over 100. And he's already over 100. He's got 121 yards with 13 carries and a touchdown. 2nd and 1. Hands off of the middle. Look at Brees Hall. He's got open space. Gets us to the 50-yard line. Nice run there, Brees Hall. 1st and 10 here. We're going to try a play action. We're going to run it. Stepped out of bounds. God damn it. 2nd and 2. Hand off Brees Hall. Brees Hall's got space. Brees Hall spin move. Brees Hall breaks the tackle. Brees Hall down to the 13-yard line. He's got 166 yards now. 1st and 10. Outside, Mason Taylor picks up 8 there. All right, 1st and goal from the 1-yard line. Can we get in? And we will. Touchdown, Brees Hall. That's his 2nd of the day, and that one gives us the lead back. Nice offensive drive. Great offensive drive. Now we need our defense to step up once again to make a stop. RPO to Jalen Waddle. Picks up 8 yards. 3rd down and 2 now. This is a big stop here. Tua's looking, and Tua's sacked! It's only the 2nd sack of the day, but it's the 2nd sack for Quinnen Williams. Brings down Tua Tagovailoa. And that makes it a 4th and 10. The Dolphins are going to have to punt this one away. We're going to motion Desmond House. Hand off, Clyde Hopkins. Loss of 2. They sold out for the run there. God damn it. It's a drop now. It's fucking 3rd and 12. Sick. Love it. Alright, we're looking. We're going to roll right. You know, we're just going to fucking heave it up. Oh no. Garrett Wilson can't make the catch. Alright, cool. So, loss of 2, a drop, and then an incomplete pass. Now we have to fucking punt it away. God, Jesus Christ. Let's get a pick 6, strip fumble. Let's get a turnover on this drive. 1st and 10. Tua's got all the time in the world. Fires over the middle of the field. Oh my. Thank God that was dropped, dude. Holy shit. After the incomplete pass, can we get some pressure underneath to Jalen Waddle? Picks up enough for the 1st down. They're going to motion the tight end, Max Shields. It's going to be a screen to Max Shields, but we're all over that one. Nice play there. Quincy Williams, loss of 3, and that will probably take us to the 2-minute warning. It's 3rd down and 13 now. Can our defense make another stop? Or they're going to audible. They're motioning a bajillion guys over that left side. Tua, he's got time. It's running out. What is Tua going to do? He's going to try to scramble. Bring him down. Stops him. 4th down and 6. The Dolphins are going to go for it. 4th down and 6. The Dolphins are not going to use one of their timeouts here. 4th down and 6. Come on, defense. Play action. Tua's rolling left. Tua. Biz down! Jalen Hunt again! Huge play! Turnover on downs! We brought pressure. Finally brought down Jalen Hunt. Brings down Tua. Turnover on downs. We get the ball back. The game's not over yet. The game is absolutely not over yet. A 1st down ends the game here. We're going to start with a Braylon Allen run for 4 yards, and the Dolphins will use a timeout. All right, 2nd down and 6. Handoff Brees Hall. breaks the tackle. Brees Hall. All right, keeps that clock moving at least. Dolphins use their second to last timeout. First down, and this game is over. Third down and 5. Fields underneath. House drops the fucking ball. Oh my! Hold the ball! And the Matthew Ross field goal is up. It is good. We're at least up by 7. So if the Dolphins score a touchdown, we'll at least go into overtime. All right, we need our defense to step up once again. I'm asking a little bit too much for my defense, it feels like here, but we need to stop. Let's just get a strip sack. Let's just end the game. I don't want to have to deal with this stupid shit. But they're going to run the ball. Okay, loss of 4. They're going to spike the ball. Oh, okay. They spike the ball. All right, it's now 3rd and 14. It's now 3rd down and 14. And we get a sack here. Tua's launching it deep. Come on, Azariah Thomas. Oh my God. Dropped by Tyreek Hill. Secondary, we're going to tell our secondary to give cushion. 4th down and 14. Tua is waiting. Tua has time. Tua's going to scramble, and he's not going to get it. Injury timeout. It doesn't matter. Defense steps up again. I just raged all that for just to kneel the ball at the end, and there we go. We have beaten the Miami Dolphins 27-20. Our defense stepped up in that second half, I gotta say. Offense, we played very good. But there we go. We finally beat the Dolphins, and that should lock us up a playoff spot. All right, we'll check out our stats here. That was a crazy game. Fields 11 for 20, 236 yards. 50% completion percentage was not good. Well, we did have like 3 drops, so we could have been 14 for 22, and maybe 170 yards or something. I don't know, something close. And then a passing touchdown and an interception. Brees Hall, though, 17 carries, 169 yards, 2 touchdowns. Braylon Allen, 4 carries, 12 yards. Fields, 3 carries, 19 yards. Clyde Hopkins carried it once for a loss of 2. Garrett Wilson, 4 catches, 42 yards. Jason Taylor, 3 catches, 48. Arian Smith, 2 catches, 27 yards. Only passing touchdown. Desmond House dropped it twice. Charlie Collard dropped it. Arian Smith dropped it. Mason Taylor dropped it. We had 5 drops in that game, and they were just so happened to all be at the absolute worst time. We allowed 1 sack, Olu Fushanu. Defensively, Jonas Sanker, 8 tackles, led the team, 6 for Thomas, 5 for Sauce Gardner, Stevens, and Williams. TFLs, we had a lot. 3 for Quinnen Williams, 2 for Gardner, Sherwood, Williams, Jallings Hunt, Glenn Woodard, Malachi Moore, Azariah Thomas, Ty Hamilton, Jermaine Johnson, Brandon Stevens, Andre Cisco, pretty much everybody who played even a little bit had a TFL. Sacks, 2 for Quinnen Williams, 1 for Jallings Hunt. We had no interceptions. Pass deflections, we had Gardner with 1, Stevens, Cisco, and Azariah Thomas all with 1. Kicking, Matthew Ross went 2 for 2. Punts, we punted it twice for average of 64 yards. Well, that's a huge win, and that should get us a playoff spot and maybe gives us the division lead, but we still have 2 more games remaining, so it's not like we have the division locked up. But we do get some upgrade points after the game. We have Jermaine Johnson here with an upgrade point. He's looking pretty good. I need him to get more pass rush. He's been decent in the run game, but that's about it. He's been non-existent pass rushing. +1 to finesse, +3 to hit power, +2 to player, +3 to power moves. So he now has 90 power moves with the boost. And then we have Andre Cisco here with an upgrade. I think we're going to go zone. For him, he will get a +1 to player act, +2 to pursuit, and then +2 to zone coverage. And then we have Justin Fields. And let's go with, let's just upgrade his throwing a little bit. Let's go strong arm. He'll get +2 to awareness, play action, +1 to play action, throw accuracy mid, and throw accuracy under pressure. All right, after that big win, we have officially locked in a playoff spot, but we have not taken over Miami for the division. However, we do have the Chargers. Will be the last game of the episode. We get some things regarding the rookies in this draft class. We see Cam Colbert, Youngstown State quarterback, was named FCS Player of the Year. We see Miles Durant won the Heisman. Juwan Doolittle was named the top CB in the country. All right, we look at Cam Colbert. I am thinking about taking a quarterback in this first round, especially if we don't sign Fields. We're going to have a huge need at quarterback. But Cam Colbert, he has B deep, B medium, B under pressure. He's a strong arm, around 2 to 3 projection. He's got a really good arm. He's not athletic at all. He's an absolute statue in the pocket. But he just doesn't look as good as these other quarterbacks, as like Brandon Burbank is somebody who is most likely who we're going to end up getting. All right, we took a look at Miles Durant, who won the Heisman from Central Florida. We only know he has C carrying. He's a receiving back. He's got good speed, good jumping, good change of direction, acceleration's decent, agility, not very strong. B trucking. I'm not really looking to draft the running back with our first few picks. Then we got Juwan Doolittle from Penn State. He's the number 1 corner in the draft. He's got B-man, B-zone. He's not really a great athlete. He's a solid athlete. I would say he's an average athlete for corner. He's not particularly great at anything. He's strong. He doesn't look too bad, but probably a guy we're not going to be able to get in the first round, especially that he's the 7th ranked player in the class. All right, we're looking at the weekly recap here. We obviously saw our game, that big run by Breece Hall. Pretty much gave us all the momentum out of the second half. We are still not first in the division, but if we win our next 2 games, there's a decent chance that we could be. As we see the Giants versus the Falcons, Jackson Dart underneath to Tyrone Tracy. Is that Emory Jones starting for the Falcons? No way that's Emory Jones. But the Giants win that one 23-20. The Eagles and the Rams, 2 of the top teams in the AFC. The NFC Eagles currently have the first round bye. But maybe the Rams just stole it as we see Rashad Roten find a wide open Puka Nacua. Rams win this one 27-20. Rashad Roten, the rookie, throws 3 touchdowns. He's been an absolute phenom. Rookie phenom for the Rams. Coming out of practice, we do only have 1 injury. It's Shaquille Griffin. He's our CB4, I want to say. So we're going to be down a corner. But we got upgrades here for Sauce Gardner. He's very good. 98 man, 97 zone. His tackling, however, isn't very good. So let's get that up with slot. So there we go. He gets a lot of upgrading. He gets +1 to awareness, +1 to catching, play rec pursuit, +2 to tackle, and +1 to zone coverage. We look at Armand Membu. He's been pretty good for us. I'd say he's probably been our best lineman. I don't know. Him and Vera Tucker both have been pretty solid. +1 pass block finesse, +2 to pass block power. Then we have Matt Stanley. The rookie. He's been in and out of the lineup. Injuries. Me forgetting to put him back in the lineup. It's revealed he only has star dev, which is still nice. But I think we're going to go power here for Matt Stanley. Get some of that run blocking stats up. He gets +2 to awareness, +2 to impact, +1 to lead, pass block, and run block power. All right, since we're going to be down a corner, I ended up signing Jordan Alexander. He was an undrafted guy who got hurt in the preseason. We ended up signing him to the practice squad. But we're going to bring him up for this game, and then we're going to move Bo Richter back down to the practice squad. Yeah, we signed him from the practice squad when we had a few injuries at edge. Now that they're all healthy and back, we don't really need him. And I'll take the extra corner depth instead of he'd be our 6th pass rusher. All right, we look at this Chargers team. Quarterback is still Justin Herbert. Running back still Marion Hampton, Raheem Sanders, or Rocket Sanders. It's Scott Manlake at fullback. Wide receivers, Ladd McConkey, Trey Harris, Mike Williams, Quentin Johnson, you might see. Tight ends, they have Orande Gadsden at tight end. Offensive line, Rashawn Slater, Zion Johnson, Andre James, Mekhi Becton, and Joe Alt. Defensively, they have Tui Pelotu. Yeah, that's how you pronounce it. Then you have Khalil Mack. Defensive tackle, you have the rookie Devin Kendricks from Ohio State, who has superstar Dev. You have Trevor Nowaski. You have Justin Atkinson, another rookie. So Chargers did pretty good in this draft. Diane Henley, corners, Tariq Still, Benjamin St-Juste, Dante Jackson. Safeties are the rookie Nick Beltran and Derwin James. So their defense actually looks pretty good. This could be a very sneaky Chargers team. This could easily be a trap game. Here we are in the beautiful Inglewood, California SoFi Stadium, going against the 6-9 LA Chargers. We have locked in a playoff spot, so we don't have to worry about a win. But a win here would be nice. That would help us take the AFC East away from the Dolphins. But we need to win these last 2 games, and we need the Dolphins to lose at least one of these games, the next games, if we want to get the home advantage for the playoffs. Here comes out Justin Fields, over 3,000 passing yards on the year, 22 touchdowns, 13 picks. Play good. I keep thinking, okay, I'm so confused. I think keeping it, okay, I don't know what I'm thinking. I think I hold it to keep it, but then the one time I held it to keep it, it didn't keep, so I didn't hold it, and then this time, okay, I don't. 2nd and 12, though. What can we do? We're actually just going to run up the field. Justin Fields first down in the Charger territory. Let's say Jaguar. Oh, man, I'm all over the place today in this game. But first down, Justin Fields into Charger territory. All right, 1st and 10 here. Start the run up the middle to Breece Hall. Picks up big yardage to the 15. 3rd down and 10, though. Underneath. Malachi Corey, that's going to be well short of the first down. We're going to have to kick a field goal. 4th down, 6. We're going to kick like a 45-yarder. But Ross's kick is up. It is good. And we get a field goal out of this drive. So, we'll take the field goal. But I don't know why I'm starting to air the ball out all of a sudden. There comes out Justin Fields. Look at his stats. 3,100 yards, 58% completion percentage. But 1st and 10, handoff up the middle of Marion Hampton. Oh my God. They immediately get 10 yards there on the carry. 2nd and 10. Oh my gosh, Justin Herbert's keeping it. Where the fuck is our edge rusher? Where's Jalen Hunt going? 2nd down and 5, play action. Herbert immediate. Pick the ball off. Why are you swatting it? 3rd down and 5. Can our defense get a stop here? Herbert's got time. Wide open is the tight end. How are the tight ends always wide open on these plays? 1st and 10. Herbert underneath. Fucking awesome pick play there. 2nd and goal. Oh my gosh, the screen of Hampton. Sherwood can't make the tackle. And I tried diving there. One in. Sherwood's usually been a pretty sure-handed tackler, but can't bring down a Marion Hampton who gets in the end zone for the Chargers score. So far, their offenses look pretty good. Oh, and Sauce Gardner got hurt. Awesome. So there goes our top corner. Didn't see an injury pop up. We got the ball. We're going to run it. We are going to run the damn ball. That's what we do. Started to air it out last drive. I don't know why. But look at his stats from last week. 2 touchdowns, 169 yards. 2nd down and 1. Handoff. Breece Hall up the middle. There's Breece Hall out of open space in the Charger territory at the 49-yard line. Fields hands it off. Breece Hall again. Look at Breece Hall. Cuts back right. Breece Hall. Pickup of 18. And another Jet. First down. 1st and 10. Mason Taylor makes the grab. Oh my gosh, somehow got out of that and somehow picked up a first down. Nice play, Mason Taylor. 1st and 10. Screen outside to Desmond House, who's got space. Desmond House picks up 12 there. First down, Jets. First to go from the 8. Handoff of the middle. Breece Hall's going in untouched. Touchdown, Jets. And there we go. We retake the lead here with 22 seconds left of this first quarter. Great offensive drive. Nice little blend of pass, RPO, running. A lot better of a drive than last time. Gets in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Okay, cool. Play action. Herbert over the middle of the field, wide open is Trey Harris. Andre Cisco saves a touchdown, but great start to this drive. Way to go, defense. Okay, we're playing this angle on accident. Outside! Incomplete. 3rd down and 6. Can our defense get a stop? Herbert's got time over the middle of the field, and he is open. Mike Williams for the touchdown. Touchdown, Chargers. Look at his rushing stats. 220 carries, 1,500 yards, and 15 touchdowns. We're in motion Kolar. And we're going to hand it off. This time, Braylon Allen picks up a first down. First down, Jets. 1st and 10. Play action, Fields. We're going to set our feet. Try to throw to Garrett Wilson, who makes the catch. Oh, my God. 2nd and 10. Handoff right up the middle. We lose 2 yards. All right, now we face a 3rd down and 12. Can we pick up enough for the first? Oh my gosh, he's wide open. God, he was fucking wide open. And of course, when somebody's wide open, we get pressured immediately. Look at the rushing touchdown leaders. James Cook, 17. Mary Hampton's 2nd with 15. All right, 2 straight incompletions makes it 3rd down and 10. On defense, Herbert's got time. Herbert throws on the run to an open Hampton, who cannot hold on to the contact with Quincy Williams. And that's a quick 3-and-out from the Charger offense. Nice job, defense. Forcing a punt. All right, 2nd down and 7. Outside, Desmond House makes the grab and picks up the first down. That's our first completed pass in like a million years. All right, 2nd down 11. Oh my gosh, Corley. Oh my God. It's picked. Okay. And they're going to return it all the way. Nobody was covering him off the line. I'm like, okay, he's going to be wide open. He's actually not. It's intercepted. Dude, I hate passing the ball. Because we either are getting pressured immediately, we get sacked, or we throw it underneath for 5 yards, or we have to throw deep. And then it's always picked off. He just straight up just goes. All right, 3rd down and 1. Can our defense get a stand or make a stand? Herbert just sneaks right up the middle. Hand off Hampton. Picks up the first down there. 2nd down and 3 here. Play action. Herbert gets pressured by Quinnen Williams. Has to dump it at the feet of Hampton. 3rd down and 3. Come on, defense, make a stop. Herbert. Nope. What's with these out routes and man coverage? We just give up the outside. Always. Nice play there, loss of 2. We have another injury. Don't tell me it's Jalen Hunt. It looks like it's Jalen Hunt's hurt. That's another injury on our defense. He's played pretty... He's been kind of quiet this week, or this game, but he was pretty good last week, and he's injured. 3rd down 6. Wide open, Ladd McConkey. Man cover, we can't run man coverage unless we have Sauce Gardner. We just can't. Guess who it is? Azariah Thomas. He can't play corner anymore. He sucks in man coverage. He's slow. He can't do anything good. Pulled groin. Won't be able to return. Sick. Alright, 2nd down 6. You can't even get the fucking screen off. We just can't pass the ball at all. Either nobody's open or we're getting pressured. That's it. Alright. 3rd down and 6. We're getting pressured on the right. We're going to have to run. And we're going to get out of bounds at the 42-yard line. 2nd and 10. We're going to start with a run. And we have an injury timeout, and now it's Breece Hall. Oh my God. Just injure all my just fucking injure all my players. You might as well. Yep, just injure all my players. This game has been going absolutely terrible. 3rd down and 8. Outside, Garrett Wilson's open, makes the grab. Not the best throw, but it's good enough. they had Khalil Mack in there in coverage, so we take advantage of that. 1st and 10 now. Underneath, Smith drops. Okay, that's probably a good thing as a drop ball. Dislocated shoulder, won't be able to return. Okay, so there's another player out for the day. Awesome. 2nd down 3. Outside house, keep 2 feet in bounds, just get out of bounds. Stop the clock. 3rd down and 10 over the middle. House, we're going to have to... Oh, we can't spike it. Fuck. Okay, we have to get a 1st down. We have to get out of bounds to the 1st down. Jesus. Snap the ball. Corley catches it, gets out of bounds. God damn it. We're going to get a field goal out of that. So Matthew Ross's kick is up. It is good. We almost didn't get points out of that. But we end up with points out of that drive. So we're only down by 8. We're down by a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. Lockdown Lad McConkey. Handoff. Hampton just cuts left. One cut. I mean, we're going to get 14 yards. 1st and 10. Play action. Wide open. Tight end. For the 1st. All right, 1st and 10. Play action. Herbert. It's intercepted. We picked it off. Jonas Sanker, we finally got another pick. We traded for him at the trade deadline. Gets his first interception as a Jet. I don't know if that was a throw out of sack interception. We finally got one ourselves. That's our first pick in since the 49ers game. But there we go. I don't know if he got hit as he threw. We'll see the replay. Jonas Sanker with a huge interception thrown right to him. Is he pressured? I mean, yeah, he gets hit as he throws. Is that Quincy Williams? It's Quinnen Williams puts the pressure, forces a bad Herbert throw right to Jonas Sanker. For some reason, tries to turn around and they get blocked by our own guy. But still, huge play by our defense. Now we get the ball at midfield. All right, we don't have Breece Hall, but we still have Braylon Allen, who can run the ball. Gets us the 1st down into Charger territory. 1st down and 10. We're going to run it with Fields. And never mind, we're going to get nothing. Why is this Charger defense so fucking impossible to do anything against? You can't pass against this team. Jesus Christ. Again, like I said, we're going to have to run the ball only, exclusively, if we want to even move the ball. Motion, Clyde Hopkins. Motion, Mason Taylor. We're going to fit that in there. Garrett Wilson makes the catch in front of Derwin James. Big catch for Garrett Wilson. Gets us to the Charger 28. Fields lays it in there. Wilson holds on. Nice play, Garrett Wilson. 2nd and 6. Outside, Desmond House makes the catch. Desmond House, run after catch. Picks up 12. 1st and 10, another handoff. Clyde Hopkins up the middle. Picks up 8 yards. But it's 3rd down and 2. Can we get points? Nope. We're sacked immediately. They send the blitz. Nobody's open. All right, Matthew Ross, another field goal is good. Get it within 5 points. Still would have loved a touchdown there. 1st down and 10. Play action. Herbert. Quick pass. It's intercepted again. Jonas Sanker gets 2 today. It was thrown. Intended. I don't know who that was intended for, but Jonas Sanker read that and picked it off for his 2nd interception of the day. 2nd interception as a Jet. 2nd interception of the day. 2nd interception of the 3rd quarter. And we have the ball back. This is what we needed. We needed turnovers, and Jonas Sanker has gotten us 2 of those. Looked like he was trying to get that to McConkey. Sanker read the eyes of Herbert, dropped back, and got the interception. Huge play by our defense. Much needed. Apparently, Breece Hall is coming back on the field, even though he's out for the game. Handoff Braylon Allen. He's got space. Braylon Allen picks up a 1st down. 3rd down and 6. Outside. God. Braylon Allen breaks the tackle. Oh my gosh. An injury timeout, please. Now our entire team's just going to start getting hurt in these last few weeks. Jesus Christ, that's Joe Tippmann. Glad we gave him this extension so he can just keep getting hurt. First and 10, stretch left side. Clyde Hopkins has got speed. Steps out of bounds after 7 yards. Bruised ribs, we're going to put Josh Myers in. Second down 3, hands off. Yeah. Oh my god, dude. Alright, so my headphones just died, so now I have these Walmart ones. I can't hear the game at all. Third down and 8. What are we going to do? We're going to roll right. Nobody's open. Nobody is getting open at all. They're playing Can somebody just get open and man, please? God fucking damn it. So Ross's kick is up and is good. It's a 2-point game. Jeez. Should have just thrown it away and maybe tried to go for it. Jesus Christ. But they just play perfect man coverage, apparently. That's the only thing I can do. Oh my gosh. What the fuck are you doing, Troy Anderson? Please don't. Please don't. Thank God. Troy Anderson's a huge dumbass. We could have gotten a sack there. Playing in silence, talking to nobody. Handoff on Marion Hampton right up the middle. Stiff arms on a sinker. First down, Chargers. They are now, oh my god, down to the 48-yard line. First and 10 handoff. Hampton air trucks. Jesus Christ. Picks up 8 yards. Yeah, if they just hand off to Hampton every time, they can just win this game right now. First and 10, play action. Herbert's got time. Herbert underneath the fullback, Scott Matlock. Isaiah Thomas makes the tackle, makes it 2nd and 1. Third down and 1. What will the Chargers do? Will it be a Herbert sneak? It will. And somehow I don't make a play on Herbert there. All right, can we get a third pick? That would be pretty cool, but nope, they're just going to run the ball, and they're just going to block perfectly, and look at that. Perfect blocks all the way down the field. Nobody can shed a block. The receivers block perfectly. It doesn't matter. Touchdown Chargers. Now we're down by 9 again. So now we kind of have to pass the ball. We don't have to. I wish our linemen could get down the field like that. That would be cool. But touchdown Chargers, and now that's going to make it a 9-point game unless we block this. Jesus, dude. Why? The Chargers, of all teams, are giving me the toughest time. On offense, on defense, I can't do anything. We look at Garrett Wilson's stats, 50 catches, 709 yards, and 6 touchdowns. Not the amount of production that he had last year. Second down 7 here. We're going to pass it. We're going to loft it in there for Arian Smith, who makes the tough grab for the first. Second down and 9. Play action. Garrett Wilson's open. Makes the throw. He can't hold on. Jesus fucking Christ. Please hold on to the ball. It's the worst times we drop the ball every time. Jesus Christ. Third down and 9. We're just going to try it for Garrett Wilson. He's open, and it's... Dude, we cannot pass the ball. We can't pass the ball. Either we drop it or nobody's open. 4th and 9, we have to go for it. We have to go for it here. Smith's open. It's going to be incomplete. There's just nobody. There's nothing open. We can't do anything. We can't pass the ball. Nothing's open. They play perfect coverage every single time. And now if they score a touchdown, it's the game. It's the game. If they score anytime, it's the game. We're going to lose to the Chargers because we can't pass the ball at all to save our life. They could just do whatever they want. All right, Cameron Dicker on to kick the field goal to make it a 12-point game. The kick is up. It is good. We have 3.5 minutes to score twice, to score a touchdown, get an outside kick, recover it, score a touchdown. And guess what? We have to pass the ball, and we can't pass the ball against this Charger team because this is the greatest pass defense. This is the no-fly zone, apparently. All right, 1st and 10. We got underneath to the undrafted rookie, Reed Whitley, who gets his first career catch. 1st and 10. We're going to pass it again. We have Desmond House on the slant. Makes the catch. Desmond House out of bounds. Inside Charger territory at the 45-yard line. 1st and 10 there. We got Garrett Wilson on the drag route, or on a little underneath route, picks up 1st down yardage. First down and 10. We're looking for Taylor. The pass is not the best, but it's good enough for the first down grab. All right, first and 10. We got underneath to Arian Smith. We got to go hurry up here. Try to get one play before off the 2-minute warning. We're not going to. So that's the 2-minute warning. We're trying to score, and then we're going to need the onside kick. First and goal from the 7. We're going to roll right with Fields. Fields has space. And Fields, we're just going to run it in. Touchdown, Justin Fields. Finally, we get a touchdown instead of having to kick a field goal. And there we go. Now we just need the onside kick. I could have thrown it, but I guarantee you it would have been terrible somehow. But we're just going to run in with Fields, and we get in the end zone there. All right, we decided to kick it off because I feel like it's more likely that our defense stops them rather than an onside kick recovery. But a first down ends the game. Read option, Justin Herbert. Jesus Christ. They pick up 9 yards. Why are they running read option with Herbert so much? God. We need a defensive stop here. 2nd and 1, handoff Hampton. Never mind. They're just going to fucking win the game. Fumble the ball. We're going to try a timeout. Maybe they try running it, but we just couldn't. We just can't shed blocks at all. They ran all over us. Jesus. All right, there we go. We fall to the Chargers, 31 to 26. Like I said, going into the game, this could be a trap game, and it was. Chargers ran all over us. Couldn't really pass the ball until that final drive. Breece Hall got hurt. Everything just went wrong today. Nothing went our way besides the 2 picks. But those picks only resulted in field goals. If even one of those was a touchdown, we still would have been down by 1. Fields 20. Yeah, we just threw it way too many times because not last drive we kind of had to. So we ended up throwing it 33 times. That's usually not how we win games. We usually win games by throwing it 24 times, a little over 100. Touchdown or no picks, or 1 pick, no touchdowns for Fields. Breece Hall got hurt, which was fucking sick. He had 69 yards and a touchdown. Clyde Hopkins, 6 rushes, 18 yards. Braylon Allen, 5 carries, 37 yards. Fields had a rushing touchdown. Receiving, we couldn't really get anything going until that final drive. Like I said, House finished with 6 catches, 71 yards. Garrett Wilson, 5 catches, 6 yards. We had 3 drops. A few guys got 2 catches. Blocking, we allowed 2 sacks. Olufushano and Armand Membo allowed sacks. Tackle 7 for Cisco, 5 for Jonas Sanker. TFLs 1 for Cisco, 1 for Moore. Jalen Hunt also got injured. TFL, we didn't get a single sack because we either get 1 sack a game, we either get 0 sacks a game, or we only get 2. Can never get more than that. We had 2 interceptions, the most we've ever had in a single game, and it ended up not mattering at all because we couldn't do anything on offense. 2 pass deflections for Stevens, 1 for Gardner, 1 for Cisco, 1 for Quincy Williams. We had no forced fumbles. Ross, we just kicked too many field goals, and we needed to convert some of those into touchdowns. We only punted it once. Those are our return stats. Yeah, that was a classic trap game. We're going in there too confidently. Yeah, we just our best player got hurt. We couldn't, and when Breece Hall gets hurt, we can't really do much on offense. He's literally our entire offense. So, unfortunate, he went down. He sustained other injuries. Hopefully that dislocated shoulder isn't anything major, but if he missed the rest of the game, probably multi-week injury, and that's not good, especially that we have a playoff game coming up. But at least we're still in the playoffs. It's not like we're still scratching to get in, but unfortunately, if the Dolphins win this week, that probably means that the Dolphins have just won the division. Oh, I'm not going to use these yet. All right, we did suffer a new injury. It's Jalynx Hunt. Okay, it's not Breece Hall, but Jalynx Hunt pulled groin. It's going to miss 3 to 5 weeks, so that's potentially the rest of the season. All right, but next episode we'll start with Week 18 against the Bills, and then we'll do our wild card game. But okay, so unfortunately, it appears that the Dolphins did just clinch the AFC East. They just clinched it. They're 5-1 division. If you have the same record, you end up it goes to division wins and losses. So unfortunately, we're not going to get the first, or we're not going to get the home game, but we're still in the playoffs. So that means this Bills game doesn't. There's nothing on the line. The Dolphins already clinched the division. So unfortunately, this Bills game doesn't really mean much. So we'll probably just play the backups in that game anyways. Unfortunate, but hey, we still made the playoffs. That's all I really cared. I really want. It was first clinch the playoffs and then win the division, but we're not going to win the division. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this episode. That Chargers game was pretty frustrating. Classic trap game at the end of the year, but hopefully you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.